So, I've been water fasting for like going on 6 months now, and I've learned a lot of lessons. But during my last water fast, I learned probably the most valuable lessons. And one of the lessons I learned is that I have to learn how to transition into a normal lifestyle of eating, fasting, all those sort of things. This like what is normal for me because everyone's different. Okay, there is no one size fit all to weight loss or maintenance or anything. You just kind of have to learn what works for you. What are you comfortable with? Because I mean, let's say I live for another 70 years, right? What does that look like as far as eating goes and as far as fasting goes and maintaining my weight, right? So I've already lost 200 pounds, right? The total goal is 320 pounds, give or take. I know it sounds crazy, but give or take like 30 pounds, okay? Now, um, I'm actually at the last third of my journey as far as weight loss goes. Not of my total journey. My total journey, I'm in the first, well, I'm technically in the second third, the beginning of the second third. But as far as weight loss goes, I mean, if I've lost 210 pounds and my goal is 320, you know what I'm saying? I got 110 pounds to go. So I could easily just do water fasting and lose it, right? But to me, it's very important that I transition. You see, I don't want to do a clean cut to maintenance. So this last 100 pounds is going to be the most difficult for me because it's actually where I'm going to probably have the most learning. Okay, it's probably the biggest learning process for me. I have to learn how to transition into what's going to be normal. Okay, and I really do believe fasting is going to be normal for me because I'm obese. I'm obese. I'm still obese, but one day I'll be able to say I'm formerly obese, right? Now, as someone that is obese, you have to understand that is, I don't know if it's genetics. Like, I don't know. I don't want to give you some science that ain't true. Okay. So user viewer discretion is advised. This might not be accurate, but it's embedded in me. Obesity is embedded in me. My body's gonna constantly try to push back to a higher weight. I don't know how long it's gonna try it, but it's gonna try it because of homeostasis, right? It's saying, hold on, bro. You used to be 475 pounds. You've lost so much weight. I don't think this is good. Or I don't know how it's calculating it, but it's gonna try and get me back there. So me and someone who's been skinny their whole life, we can eat the same meal, but we will retain a different amount of that weight from that meal differently because of our makeup, right? The history of us, the history of a lot of things. But, I've been fat for so long, I'm kind of used to it, right? I don't want to be used to it, but it is what it is. So, what does maintenance look like for me? I'm still trying to figure it out. And I hope to figure it out during this fast because I really do want this to be my last extended fast where I try to transition, mind you, transition, not total, but transition into a normal lifestyle. So the first part of the transition will probably be to stop longer fasts. Now, again, I plan to make this month my last month of a 3 week plus fast, right? Um, I hope that in the future my fasts are just 7 days max, really 3 days. But it depends on how much body fat I have because once you fast past 3 days, you go into real fat burning mode, right? So um, let's say I gain like 20 pounds, I'll probably do 7 days or something similar to that. I find 7 day fast to be easy for me at this point. But let's say I haven't fasted in a month and then I try and do a 7 day fast, it might be hard. It might be, who knows? But anyways, the point is because I gain weight so easily. I told you I've gained 8 pounds in a day before, and I promise you guys, I did not eat 8 pounds of food. I promise you I didn't eat 8 pounds of food. I promise you. It's the water. The water is retaining. The fat is storing. It's so many different things. You know, um, I know you cannot outwork a bad diet. I would never try and think that I could. And when I go for walks and all that sort of stuff, it's not really to try and burn off what I just ate. It's because I enjoy it. I like, yeah, I like being active. Like when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was very active. I was always riding bikes, playing basketball, playing soccer, playing baseball, you name it. I was always active, always. I mean, it could be 100 degrees outside. I'll take the basketball and go shoot the rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. That's how I always was. I just got too big over the years to the point where I couldn't move, you know? But anyways, yeah, what is normal for me? That's what I have to figure out. But it's a transition. It's a transition. I'll keep repeating that. I might find myself refeeding and gaining so much weight back. I don't have to, but I might want to do another long fast. But the plan is that this month will be my last month of longer fast because I need to transition, especially in my last third. I have thought about just finishing off to 200 pounds with the type of water fasting I've been doing. I've already done it for 6 months. I'm not gonna say I'm fine and I feel good all the time, but to do 5 months of water fasting and feel the way I feel is a blessing to me. I think it's extraordinary. It's awesome. I think it's a testimony, and it's a testament to God's impact on my life. You know what I mean? Because I promise you guys, if it wasn't for His vision, I'd still be probably 400 pounds, 500 pounds. It's a lot to take in. I mean, sometimes, again, I still have to look at my old pictures and be like, damn, that was last year, yo. Like, really? Like, damn. But I ain't gonna lie, when I look at myself now, I'm not satisfied. But I will say this, when I hit 247 pounds and I looked at myself, I could finally see it. When I went back up to over 260, I started seeing the fat fill back in, and I was like, damn, I'm fat again. So, but it's good though. It's good that I can see myself and actually call myself big, because before I didn't comprehend how big I was. But now I comprehend it, and that's awesome. So yeah, it's just a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts going through my mind. Um, I've completed 6 days now. In these first 6 days, I actually haven't been watching food vlogs or looking at food pictures. Why? I don't know why. I see it in my feed, but I just skip it for the most part. Maybe I spend like 10% of my time looking, but again, it's not even on purpose. What else? I've done a lot of walking. I've actually done the most walking during this fast than I've ever done before. I had back-to-back days of over 20,000 steps. I've done 5-mile walk days. Because honestly, if I can't walk while I'm fasting, I don't want to be fasting. It's just a walk. It's at a brisk pace, but I mean, 2.5 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour, that's nothing. I'm sorry, 3 miles an hour, 3.5 miles an hour. I guess that is walking and a little bit of power walking, but I only feel it in my feet. Like, I feel good. Anyways, one day at a time. One day at a time. I take everything one day at a time. I can't lie to you guys. Unplugging from social media and just being in my own bubble feels good. Why does it feel good? I think it's my nature. I've always kind of been a to myself solo person. Even doing YouTube, I'm usually the person behind the camera, not the person in front of the camera. So even doing YouTube is strange to me and it's different. But I'm happy. I'm happy to try new things. In my 30s, I definitely want to experience more life, and I want to try new things and really know thyself, right? Have knowledge of self. I want to learn who I am. I want to come to me. I haven't spent too much time studying medical stuff other than edema. I've studied edema a lot, and I've learned and I've seen progress from raising my feet above my heart. I try and do it when I sleep. Compression socks, I probably need to buy a true pair of compression socks. I've tried using some socks that I have that are pretty tight around the ankle. Doesn't really help. But putting my feet up, and maybe also taking magnesium, potassium have helped me. So I'm trying to fix edema. I'm trying to see if I can fix it on my own versus just naturally. So I'm putting a keen focus on my ankles and seeing how water retains there. It's your boy, the American African. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. Fast feast, stay strong, meat and veggies. Peace.